guys, so we're doing a super dramatic black smoky eye today. So the first thing I'm doing is taking my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. As per usual, I'm just priming my lids to cover any of my veins because I have so many, and then of course I'm just going to set that with a little bit of translucent powder so the other shadows blend really nicely on top. Now taking my Makeup Geek Manny MUA palette, I'm picking up the shade Beaches and Cream, which is kind of like a light skin tone shade. I'm just going to put this in my crease to kind of make it seem a little bit bigger because my crease is tiny. So just taking that on a really fat blending brush and just taking it in windshield wiper motions. Now with the shade Laurer, it is a few shades darker. I'm just going to add this in my crease once again, and this is just going to add even more definition. So what I like to do is start with lighter colors and make my way to the darker shades just so it blends like really seamlessly and so it doesn't look too harsh. Now taking the shade Aphrodite and Mars, I'm going to mix these two shades together on a smaller blending brush, and I'm just going to put this from outer corner to inner corner, so really making it dark and intense, but make sure you don't take too much on the brush at a time, otherwise it can get really hard to blend out. And of course, for my favorite part is cleaning up that eyeshadow to make it look super crisp. So for the black eyeshadow, I'm using Makeup Geek Corrupt. It is the most pigmented black eyeshadow I've ever used, so just laying this all over my lid. And I would recommend doing your eyes before your foundation if you are using any sort of glitter or really dark eyeshadows, just because it is easy to like clean up that line and it is easy to pick up the fallout that goes under the eyes, which is so annoying. So again, just blending it out. Blend. Now with my Too Faced glitter glue, I'm just going to pack this all over my lid with a little brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and put some black glitter all over my lid. So this is the EK glitter. It's like pure black. It's beautiful, but I did experience a lot of fallout. So if you guys know of any really good glittery brands, please let me know. And then taking my little baby, this is my Nivea Men Sensitive Post Shave Balm. I'm using this as a primer, just putting it all over my face, and honestly this makes my makeup stick like glue. So thank you Nikki Tutorials for introducing this to the YouTube world. I love it. And now for my Ride or Die foundation, this is my Too Faced Born This Way. I use the shade Warm Beige and it matches absolutely perfectly to my fake tan. So as you can see right now, my fake tan is looking a little bit green because I put so much on and it's still developing, so don't mind that. But this is the closest match to my fake tan, and the coverage is amazing. It feels so light on the skin and it just has the most beautiful finish. The brush that I'm using with it is the Zoeva 104 Buffer, and these two work together like you would not believe. I love this combination. Woo! I feel like I'm using all my favorite products. This is another one. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I'm in the shade Light Neutral, just putting this in the usual areas to highlight and to cancel out the discoloration. And I feel like a beauty blender is the easiest way to blend out concealer because it makes it look so seamless and it picks up any excess product that might be left behind. And then whipping out my Tarteist contour palette, I'm taking the yellow banana shade and just setting under my eyes with this. To be honest, after I've used my Laurer Mercier translucent setting powder, I can't really go back to banana shades because it just doesn't work the same. I feel like it doesn't set the concealer as well. So yeah, I went and set the rest of my face with the Laurer Mercier translucent setting powder, and I think I'm going to use this under my eyes like every day from now on just because it works so well. Now taking Laurer on my lower lash line from inner corner to outer corner just to really smoke it out, because the top lid is so dramatic. I want to make the bottom just as dramatic so it kind of balances it out. Then taking Aphrodite and Mars and running that directly on top. Then with my Tarte Inner Rim Liner, I'm just going to line my waterline. Because I do have small eyes, I like to keep the waterline nice and bright to keep them awake. For mascara, I'm going to take the Benefit Roller Lash and just coat my top and bottom lashes to prep them for falsies. For the lashes today, I'm using the Huda Beauty Minx collection in the style Bridget. These are honestly my favorite lashes ever. I have never loved a lash so much in my life. Oh my, yay, I need to get more. So for the brows, I'm taking my Anastasia like Brow Wiz or something. It's one of the new ones and I did not like it at all, so I had to go in with my normal Essence powder just to make it more sharp because I just didn't feel like it was working for me. It was too hard and it wasn't making my brows look sharp. For the highlight, I'm taking the Makeup Geek eyeshadows in White Light and Vanilla Bean. I'm just putting this directly under my eyebrow, and why do I use Makeup Geek all the time? Because I love it. I'm sorry. Now with my Australis Tint My Brow brow tint, I'm just going to run this through my brows to add some texture and also to lighten them a little bit, because I do go over the top a lot of the times. I used to use this stuff religiously, but then I got my brows tattooed on and I just rediscovered it again, and I'm like, why did I ever stop using you? Now it's time to contour with that same palette, the Tarteist palette. So I started off with a lighter shade and it honestly worked so incredibly well, and I was like, oh, maybe I should make it more intense. So I took the darker shade and it made it a little bit muddy, so definitely would stick to the lighter shade if you have my skin tone. For bronzer today, I'm taking my Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light Bronzer, and I'm just going to pop this around the whole perimeter of my face and also on my cheekbones to look super bronzy and sun-kissed, like I've been out in the sun all week, but really I haven't seen the sun all week. Bye. Now to add a nice flush of pink to my cheeks, I'm taking the Milani Baked Blush in the shade 02, so just putting this on the apples and blending it all the way back. For my highlighter, I wanted to try something a little bit different, so I took my Sparkling Dust by Inglot in the shade 02. When I first put it on, it was a little bit chunky, but then I decided that I needed like a more of a fluffier, not as dense brush, and it worked so much better. It was super pretty and intense, so just putting this on my cheekbones and down the center of my face for that glow. Also, to make my face look a little less powdery, I took my Urban Decay Long Lasting Setting Spray and just smashed my face with that. For lips today, I'm taking the Too Faced Lip Liner in the shade Perfect Nude. So I'm just lining my lips, and oh my gosh, I've been using this stuff so incredibly much because it matches so many pinky shades and so many nudie shades, and the formula is just beautiful as well. So for the lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and take the Buxom lipstick in the shade Nude. So this is just going to go all over my lips, and then I will take a lighter nude shade in the shade Buff and pop that right in the middle to make my lips appear a bit bigger and just have more dimension. And last but not least, I'm taking my Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade White Russian and just popping this right on top, and I didn't have it in the frame, which was so annoying. Oh, look at that lash. But yes, there we have the finished makeup look. I hope you guys loved it. I think it's so incredibly pretty. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up because it helps me out so much. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.